Welcome back to my channel. I'm Hira from Crafty Dice. Thank you so much for joining me. So it's been a while since I've done any knitting videos, so I decided to start a new series called the Begin Knitting for Beginners series. And in this series, I'm going to try and cover all the basic stitches that any knitter needs to start their knitting journey. Since this is the very first video, we are going to be working on the very basic step of knitting, and that is the casting on. Now when it comes to casting on, there are several ways. It depends on which method strikes you the most. I myself only use two methods most of the time. Well, actually I only use one method, but I do know another method, and I will try to show you guys both of these methods as best as I can, and we'll see which ones you like the most. So for this video, I'm going to show you guys the first method, the method that I started off with. And I've seen a lot of new knitters and a lot of old knitters use this method, though I have kind of switched up to the next method. It's called the long tail method. I'm using that these days, but this method is also nice, and I don't exactly know what to call this. What is it, what does regular name is? I just usually call it the knit stitch method because it kind of work like a knit stitch. So you have to start with the slip knot, and you can make the slip knot any way you like. There's no set in stone rules for that. Okay, and once you make the slip knot, slip it on your yarn needle, and you grab that yarn needle in your non-dominant hand, needle that has the knitting loop on it. You have to hold it with your non-dominant hand. Okay, now for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to call this needle as the casting on needle, and the other needle which I'm going to grab in my dominant hand, I'm going to call this the working needle because we will be working with this one. Alright, okay, to start casting on, we have to insert our working needle under this loop, and in order to do that you have to make sure that this loop is loose enough. So you just simply pinch it and pull it a little bit to make sure that it's loose enough that we can easily slide our working needle inside. Just slide in like this. See, nice and easy. Now you hold both the needles with your non-dominant hand, right? Grab your yarn and wrap it around your working needle. See, it's best if you use your finger to hold the yarn in place and gently slide out. And make sure that you catch this loop with your working needle. Okay, you with me so far? Now you pull the loop, stretch it out, and cast it on the casting needle. And pull on the working tail until your loop is roughly the same size as the previous loop. See? And that is how you cast on. Not that hard. Okay, let's do it again. Now you insert your working needle into the newest loop that you made. Okay, so this one. And you go under it and make sure that it's quite loose. You just go under there like this. See? Hold your needles with your non-dominant hand. Grab your yarn tail, wrap it around your working needle, slide out, catch the yarn with your working needle, stretch up, and cast on your casting needle. Pull and make sure that it's roughly the same size as the previous loops. Okay, and that's how you cast on with this method. That's the method number one. Let's do it again. Now insert your working needle into the newest loop on your casting needle. Insert, wrap your working yarn around your working needle. Oh, that's a lot of workings. Catch, stretch, and cast on, and pull until it's roughly the same size as the other loops. Alright? It's okay if you're not getting them the same size. We're just practicing here. No judgment, okay? Just not competition. Just make sure that you're getting the method, okay? Just try to get the method. You can work on the loops after that. Okay, again, like this. Okay, and pull, and that's it, right? And that's how you cast on using this method, which I don't know the name of. I just usually call it the knitting method because that is usually how the knit stitch is worked also. So let's make it a few more times so you guys can get the better visuals. See? That's it. And using this method, you can make as many cast-ons as your project requires. As many cast-on as your project requires, or as many cast-on it will take you to get these loops as equally as possible. It's alright to make a few mistakes. You're not gonna be perfect on the first time. Give yourself some time, go on your own pace, and just keep practicing. That's all it needs, just practice and patience. And also patience, yes. Knitting is also about patience. So that's it. That's the first method of casting on. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys the next method, which is called the long tail casting on method, and that is the method that I am using these days. It took me a little while to understand that, but once I've done it, it's the most easiest thing in the world. Honestly, it is more easier than this. At least I think that is more easier than this. It's really up to you guys which track you the most. So I hope you guys understand this method. I hope I didn't ended up confusing you even more. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good luck.